Today it is time to look at a professional Protoss versus Zerg match on the map Glittering Ashes. The Protoss in the upper right, wielding the blue probes, of course. It is MaxPax. And the Zerg opponent in the bottom left with the red hatchery and drones, none other than Elazer. MaxPax, the probe, already out on the map. Going for the hatch block, it looks like. Yes, Elazer not even going to fool with it. He didn't even bother trying. Gonna take the third, alright. Not going for the usual Bly flavor, the Ragnarok approach of maybe I'll expand to your natural instead. MaxPax with the Nexus first. I like it. Little bit of greed, a little bit of aggression going on. Mineral tricks. Drone pushes the probe out of the way, says let me make a pool. Boss says we gotta put a pool in here. Will there be the hot tub extension? Who knows? We don't know that much yet. Have to see the architectural plans, the blueprint. Double gas taken after the gate. Probe, for some reason, is actually mining from down here. Ah, there you go. Go do something. Go live out your probe dreams. Make some proxy buildings. No third hatch just yet. Elazer does want to get gas going, so much so that we're going to put 4 drones on it. There we go. Now it's all better. The little things, the things you wouldn't normally catch or pick on, but they just happen to be on screen, and I feel obliged to take a look at it. Double gate core. The second gate's an interesting choice, maybe just to complete the wall a little early. You know the pool is going to finish. You know that Elazer's mining gas, so there's the potential for ling speed. Maybe it's just for safety. Elazer's rallying something in here, likely these bad boys. These little razor puppies that we got here, they don't yet have their wings, but once they do, they will be even more of a menace. Just making drones. Ovi taking a bit of a risk by sitting right above the gateway, so that's much better. Zerglings just walk right in like they own the place, so I have an appointment scheduled. It's okay. You were expecting me, weren't you? Oh. Not even going to get that probe. An adept is going to shut the natural one down. Okay. First adept did already head out on the map, while the second one's going to stick back at the wall. Saw everything he needed to. Tech choice not yet coming out for Mr. MaxPax. Instead, it's going to be adding on additional gateways. Looking like a 4-gate. Nexus first into 4-gate pressure. I am impressed. I'm a bit surprised. An unusual build. No Stargate, no Void Rays, not even an Oracle. Meanwhile, MaxPax is keeping these adepts alive. It was just a little bit of scouting, trying to pick off any drones, maybe just keeping Elazer honest. But nothing too crazy. I think we might be slingshotting ourselves straight into the mid and the late game here. Twilight Council is the first tech building chosen. Will it be for Blink? Glaives? I doubt it's charge, but I could be wrong. Adding on the third gas, I think, makes me say it's probably not charge. You don't need a lot of gas to make zealots, right? Hallucinated Phoenix does get a scout off on the Roach Warren, which is surprisingly made at the third base. In a very exposed fashion, too. I'm a little surprised. Meanwhile, though, there are a lot of lings being made and going across the map, trying to pressure the third base. However, there is a slew, a gang of adepts here. There's so many adepts, we might as well call them an artisan. They're that adept, right? Oh, and they get a shot off on the Lings there. Meanwhile, Stalker manning the door says, I got this. The Protoss bounce or nothing's getting by him. It is glaives being made from the Twilight Council, so likely to see some glaive adept pressure. And not just on these Zerglings like a high school bully, I mean actual pressure, like drones could be in danger. Sentries are placed beautifully, be able to force field themselves to safety. Don't leave, though. Sentries, not very good in open combat without anything to protect them here. Glaives is still a few seconds out, but you do commit. Okay, MaxPax is going to commit. Takes off a couple drones. That group was cleaned up. And a little bit of damage onto the Queen. Sentry looks like they did get caught out. Couple force fields not able to save them, though. Important to note, there is a Dark Shrine and Blink behind this, so MaxPax is not done, even if this doesn't go too well. He is getting some drones, though. 9, 10. Oh, gonna shade over to the third base. Meanwhile, Elazer's still not able to get in there. Protoss is resolved to hold the door. 16 drones in total. That is actually more than I expected it to do. You knew there were adepts out on the map. Like, they hit the Zerglings for a solid minute before they actually came to the base. But here we are. Damage being done. Couple DTs walking under a morphing Overseer. I'm going to assume that Elazer sees what's going on here. Another Overseer being morphed at home. There are no spores, though. There's one there. Okay. None at the third. And none at the fourth, so they're not even needed, though, because the Overseer does finish in time. Ling's gonna get the jump on the DT. No, they're gonna let him go. Go tell your friends what happened here today. Drones are dying. What are drones dying to? A DT in the third. Oh no, there's no spore here. The Overseer gets here in time, but 6 more drones go down. Not good. Not good for the Zerg. Did not get the Spore Crawlers, likely because it was not a Stargate opener. I don't blame Elazer. If you can get away with only 1 or 2 spores, hey, more power to you. That's more drones you have mining. But if you're gonna cut the corner, you might take a bit of damage. Emotional support group of probes. I'm gonna build a Nexus. Alright, we'll watch. We'll help you. Okay. Thanks for the help, guys. And now things are gonna quiet down, it seems. Even the music is quieting down. A little too quiet if you ask me, guys. Could somebody punch somebody here? MaxPax is getting Colossi +1. Just 1 forge. Just 1 forge. Double Evo is here for Elazer, who, interestingly enough, is getting both attack upgrades. No Carapace. And a double expand. Zerg greed at its finest. Drone count of 86, though. That's an impressive number. 86 is a very nice number to be at. Oh, they're taking down the rocks. I heard combat. Zerglings were chewing on rocks. Guys, that's not how you get into geology. But who am I to really tell you that? You go follow your dreams. You want to be a rock chewer, you go for it. Either way, I will be proud of you. Bane Nest is on the way, so looking like a Ravager Bane composition for Elazer, which is a totally viable composition in ZVP. We have been seeing that more lately, it feels. Don't know if that's an accurate statement or not, but it feels like it's a bit more popular. Will it be enough, though? MaxPax is moving around on the map. He's got his army pretty much ready. Archons are being added in. Colossi are here. Just 2, 3, 4. There's the 4th one. Get everybody together. Family reunion time. He's gonna step onto creep. There are no observers. So no way to actually get rid of the creep. Just gonna walk on it with confidence. More hallucinated Phoenix. Gonna scout the Banes moving around. The Banes that were morphing right next to the probe. DT's being very annoying. Exactly what they like to do, right? That's the best way to use them. Slow Banes. The slow Bane run by. Excellent warp in. Takes out the pylon, takes out a few of the warping in units, but saves the probes, so that's good enough. Drones are dying in the main base. A single Dark Templar. Going to be picked off not before getting 14 kills, though. Yet again, more drones dying off. We're already at 38 drones, and these two have barely punched each other. Come on, guys. Will no one think of the drones? Stalkers blink forward. They get the mainlings. I guess actually MaxPax is thinking of the drones, isn't he? Just not the way we want him to think about them. Elazer going into Burrow. Little curious what that one's going to be for. Is it burrowed Banes? Burrowed Roaches? I don't know. Time will tell. Meanwhile, the massive Ravager Bane army is here. Biles going out onto the Nexus. Colossi being a bit careful. They don't want to give up too much old Banelings. Connect onto a few probes. Not too many though. A couple are bruised and beaten, badly injured. Meanwhile, Colossus and Immortals dying to Biles. Guys. Charge Lot Warp in, dealing some damage in the main as well. Warp Prism is here, but nothing too fatal. Just, you know, another casual 14 drone deaths. Psy Storm finishing up. No Templar, though. A lot of Banes. 24 Banes coming. MaxPax might want to be a bit careful here. Splash damage is minimal. There's only one Colossi, 2 Archons. I'm a bit worried. Are there any sentries? No. So not even force fields. This Protoss needs to back up. Somebody needs to tell him to go home and get some units. Wow. Zealots charging into Banelings. Like, oh, that Baneling, I'll go give it a high five. Will the DT get the hatchery? No, because he's going to get distracted and target Zerglings. Okay. Meanwhile, Banelings over here rolling into some probes, then trying to roll away from the Stalkers. Ambitious, but ultimately futile. We're really going for the workers this game, huh, guys? 52 drones, a very bruised and bleeding hatchery. More Banelings found by the Protoss army. Ravager, Viper, good combination. I like Vipers. Cancels the base. Meanwhile, more Banes rolling in over here. A few Zealots, not likely to do much other than some strong insults. An acidic spread. Bane's getting some damage done over here, though. The Baneling run-bys, quite constant. Over here, charge lots. The standoff, the honorable engagement. You warp in a bunch of Zealots and don't actually tell them to do anything. But the Zerg wasn't going to push it either. That's the funny part, is it was just a standoff. We're just looking at each other. Warp Prism in a bit of danger, though. Needs to be careful with that. These two. I love it. I love it because you look at games by players like Maru or Serral or Rain or Clem, like the absolute top tier, the A++ level, and there's virtually no mistakes. But you go down the list just a little bit, and it's still really good. Make no mistake, these guys are the best. But there's just enough of a difference to make it a little bit more of an entertaining match. This hatch actually was picked off by a few zealots, more zealots being warped into the main base. 19 probes went down in that engagement. Very hungry Zerglings. They got it. Banelings trying to roll in, stuck behind most of the Roaches and the Ravagers. There was a good Psystorm in there, but it doesn't look like there's any more Templars, so I don't expect much to get done. Additional Zealots being warped in, and some over here, but those not gonna do very much because of the spines. Great engagement here. Elazer really trying to repel the army from the base, but he's going to give up his main. This is a hive, and it's going down. There's spawning pools up here too. Do you remake anything? I think you have to step in and try and save your natural here. The hive is destroyed. The entire main base is destroyed. Look at this. Oh my gosh, the pool goes down too. There's only a couple creep tumors left. And now the Protoss can move in, pressure this base. It's mostly just Stalkers though. Stalkers don't really fare that well up against an overwhelming number of Zerg, such as Roaches and Ravagers. They're great in little small engagements, skirmishes, or hit and run attacks. I can't get over this. Really? You lost your entire main base? Remaking the lair and the natural. Okay, great. Disruptor tech moving out now for Mr. MaxPax. Meanwhile, oh, you know, I just thought of something great. That's why he built the Roach Warren at the third, or the second. He took this base second. That's why you make the Roach Warren out there, because you know you'll inevitably lose your entire main base. Big brain plays. Super good moves. Love it. The hit squad of Roach Ravager, probably not going to do very much up against the superior Protoss mobility and strength. Couple Zealots make their way into the new main base, the natural, of course. They do spot the Hive coming back up. Hive important, needs it for upgrades, needs it for Vipers, potentially Ultras if we want to make even more questionable decisions in this game. Should we do that? Should we make more questionable decisions? Guys, I think so. I think we should make some very questionable decisions. How about we stop making anything but Stalkers? And then we go into Swarm Hosts and Ultralisks. Sounds great. You know what else is great? The arc from the Zerg player here. Unfortunately, Disruptors exist and take an incredibly nasty chunk out of the Zerg army, so well done by the Protoss. Meanwhile, a couple Zealots here getting damage done in the drone line yet again. DT, with renewed purpose and vigor, taking down the hatchery. That one hurt. They all hurt. What am I saying? Disruptor shots, do they ever not hurt? Because if it's a miss, it hurts the Protoss. If it's a hit, it hurts the Zerg. So nobody walks away cleanly when Disruptors are in play. Saves the DT. What a hero. What a Chad. He almost had the hatchery too. It was close. Money is dwindling, really. He's got about half the base here. This base is full, but it's also bleeding, so can we really count that? This one's mining out. Protoss, on the other hand, looks like 2.5 maybe. We've got one here, oversaturated. One here, it's fine. This one's about half, so it's tough to say who's really ahead. Losses have definitely been more extensive for the Zerg player, but when you're dealing with things like Disruptors and Colossi, I think it makes sense. Oh, the hatch is picked off. Another base down for the Zerg, forcing him into a supply block at 197. Like, is that a supply block? No, not really. I don't think we count that. Not like when you Terrans get stuck at 36 or 54. I think it's 54. Zerg's 36. That's that overlord timing that even I always miss. Moving on. Protoss forces move into this base, which arguably doesn't have enough minerals left. It's kind of worth it. There's about 1,000. About 1,000 there, and either way, the hatchery hurts. Not as much as the DT hurts, it seems. Banelings rolling into not much. Cannon and shield battery. Still get some damage done. The Disruptor going to be picked off. Second one, not seeing the error of the previous waves. Walks right out the door as well. Army supply in favor of the Zerg, 136 to 120. But we've got 7 Disruptors. Now that could be quite disruptive, wouldn't you agree? Plus more Banelings. I'm not sure Elazer really has enough money to be throwing away all these Banelings like this. I guess it is working though. Just Zealots? Oh no, that's not just Zealots. Disruptor shot. Huge connection onto the Banelings. Beautifully done. Vipers moving forward, yoinking some Disruptors, also dying to the hands of the Archons. 26, 27 probes have been killed off in this attack. Beautifully done by the Zerg player here. This might actually be game ending. MaxPax only has 16 probes left. Oh, it's a whiff. Not quite enough. More bases killed, not cancelled. The Zerg forces are being cleaned up, but at the cost of so many Protoss lives. Blinkstalkers surrounded, but not out of the picture just yet. You get 'em, Timmy. Do it. Chew that assimilator apart. Disruptor shot goes onto the Ravagers. It's another hit. The rest is going to be cleaned up, though. Oh, and the Burrow. That's why I got Burrow. Oh, of course. How could I be so foolish as to think otherwise? Yeah, that might actually be game. Holy crap, y'all have almost killed 100 of each other's workers. Can we get a few more of those? That's really nice, actually. To have both of you killing 100 workers, that's quite good. Don't know if we'll actually get to that point, though. Zealots trying to take out that hatchery, not going to be able to, though. Disruptor shots go out. Another solid hit, but that is a lot of Banelings. That's a lot of Zerg, just plain and simple. Archons not able to do very much. There's only one left. Protoss forces blinking forward heroically. But it's not gonna matter. Blinding Cloud goes out, disabling most of the Stalkers. Archon is going to be picked off, and the forces for MaxPax are dwindling. GG. Going to be called. Actually, very impressive game by both of you. Color me excited. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you have a great day.